are all well. If you are new around here, then hello, nice to meet you. And if you are returning, then thank you very fucking much for coming back. My name is Alana and I'm a 30-something lady who lives in Scotland who likes to talk about skincare, beauty, hair care, makeup, all that basic lifestyle shit. But also a lot of sprinkling of sarcasm on the top because that's just the kind of way I am. I am a little bit rock chic, I like that kind of stuff, I like a bit of rock and roll. I'm just a big melting pot of a million different things and I think we should all be a little bit like that if I'm honest with you. If that sounds like your kind of thing, then there is a little subscription button right down here. But please feel free, you don't have to sign on the dotted line just yet, we're not going to get into contracts. You can take a spin, have the keys, take me for a test drive, and if it's not your kind of thing, don't worry, you will get your deposit back. So get yourself a cup of tea, a coffee, whatever you like, because if you have been here before, you will know that I like to make a lengthy video. I like lengthy things, but I'm gonna try and keep it as snappy as I possibly can. Also, just word of warning, you might want to get yourself a biscuit because I love them. Feel free to get yourself an alcohol libation, that's okay too, but at the moment, we're still on the coffee. No judgment, honestly. Tomorrow I'll be back on the beer, I promise. Okay, so where to start? Okay, first of all, I know exactly where I'm going to start for a favourite this month because it's these tiny biscuits. If you watched my birthday, I uploaded on my birthday, basically I showed you that I got sent these amazing cookies from a friend. I'm not going to go into it again because obviously I told you all about it, but I will link the company that sent me them down below. I had two big cat faces that are replicas of my cats, and this is the miniature one. So this is the miniature Pebbles. She's sitting behind me here. Oh God, we've got speech out of you today. You alright? No, she's just like, I'm just gonna shout from the background here. So this is the miniature Pebbles. She has a tortoiseshell cat, and I also got a miniature Molly as well. I got loads of other lovely stuff. Please go and check out that video if you fancy seeing some cookies and an anti-haul basically. But this is my munchie today to go along with my coffee. Just basically bit your head off. I hope that's alright. Alright, so let's start off with some skincare. Now I put this jumper on thinking I was going to be freezing because I made myself a coffee because I was really quite cold, and now I'm sitting here thinking I'm a little bit roasted. Oh, sorry. So let's start with skincare. We'll get there eventually. So this is the Living Libations Best Skin Ever Sea Buckthorn Cleanser / Moisturiser. I think I want to say that I spoke about this in my What's New in November. I think it's been mentioned briefly on a couple of other roundups, but now as you can see I've made quite a dent in it, and I thought now time to actually speak about it and say what I think about it. This can be used in the same vein as like a balm cleanser, so if you've got a really dark eye look like I've got on today, you could use this. Just, oh, where are you going? Oh, she's going under the covers, sorry, she must be cold. I'm roasting and you're freezing. Sorry, so many interruptions here. You're looking rude back there, missus. Anyway, so this can be used as a balm cleanser. If you've got really dark, sultry, smoky, heavy eye on like I do today, then you can absolutely use this and it will take it away. It works in the same vein as a balm cleanser, but as you can see, it is an oil, so it's like a cleansing oil. The girls who run Algorithm, especially Eliza, I think that's the one I've seen speak about this a little bit more often. Eliza says that she also uses this as a moisturising step sometimes. Now, I think it depends on the kind of skin you've got for a start. But I do believe that Eliza says she has more oily skin and she still uses this. I've got more dry or combination skin, but I do still find this is quite a nice step for a little bit of facial massage, maybe a couple of times a week. I don't use it every single night. There's been times where I've just used it once a week. What I will say is, it's very, very, very highly fragranced. And from what I can see on the ingredients, there are some like, what would you call them? Herbal oils? That's totally the wrong word to use. Natural oils. There's a lot of kind of natural oils which are kind of fragrance and stuff like that. Like, is lavender oil in it? I can't even remember off the top of my head here. Yes, there is lavender oil in it. I thought there was because it's quite a strong smell. Personally, I am not somebody that minds fragrance in my skincare, especially if it's a specific kind of experience that you're going for. I think that they also do a rose one, which they say is more suitable to those with more sensitive skin. So if you do have sensitive skin, I would definitely patch test this because it does have quite a lot of essential, like highly fragranced oils in it. With saying that, it has not broke me out, it has not made me irritated or itchy or anything like that. And actually, I found this less abrasive. Abrasive's not the right word because that's kind of like an exfoliant, but I found it less annoying and irritating to my skin than another oil. So to be honest with you, I just felt like when I've used this, it's been really nice experience. It takes all my makeup off. It's nice to do a bit of massage at the end of the day as well. Will I rush back? No, I probably won't, I have to be honest, but not because I don't like it. It's just because I feel it's an extra step that I don't necessarily always need. I think if you could get it in a slightly smaller bottle, I know the Rose comes in a smaller bottle, then I would probably go and pick that up because it's nice to have to hand to do that massage. But I don't need a big bottle to be washing my face every night because I'm just used to another kind of cleanser. That's just the honest truth. I'd rather be honest about it. Another cleansing product, but this one is much more reminiscent of that of a cleansing balm. Okay, so this is the Inky Oat Cleansing Balm. I've heard so much hype around this. I picked this up start of November, I want to say, and I still had stuff to get through, so I hadn't opened it. So throughout January, I've been giving this a whirl because I thought we're going to give it a go because everybody raves about it. They say it's so good, it's brilliant for taking makeup off, it's a brilliant gentle cleanser. Now, as far as ingredients go, I'm not going to get into it too much, but there are oats in it. Oats are really good, colloid, kind of humectant like situation. They're very good, very moisturising, blah blah blah. I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of that. You can go and watch like James Welsh or Hiram or whoever the fuck else wants to tell you about it because they'll be much more like, yeah, this, that and the other. But what I would say is, first and foremost, I hate the packaging. I hate it. I hate it so much. This is thick. This is so thick. And it is thick, and it's thick to the point that it needs to be emulsified. So if you think of a balm cleanser that's in a pot, it's almost like hard, like a butter. And then you stick your finger in it and you get some out, and then you blend it onto your fingers, blend it onto your face. This is the same texture and it's in a tube. So I am pretty much getting like a hand cramp trying to squeeze this, trying to get everything out. And honest to God, it takes so much strength to get this out. I mean, first world problem, you know, it's just very difficult at the moment. I thought everything was going so well. Now Biden was back in the White House and all this, and then these things happen and you just don't know what to do with yourself, do you? Can I just have a side moment, you know, like a tangent? Well done, America. That's all I'm going to say to you. For a while there, I thought they've lost their shit. They're mental. Like, what's going on with them? I don't know what's happening over there anymore. And now I'm just like, there's hope. There's light at the end of that tunnel. Hopefully things are going to get better for you. The other thing I would like to remind you all though as well is, let's not forget about what's going on in our own back garden, because we need to get that fucking scarecrow haired cunt out. Like, we need to get somebody better in. Who? I don't know, because they're all kind of shit. But we need to get rid of him. He has made so many fucking bad faux pas throughout the last year and beyond, and don't even get me started on the food parcels. You all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then fucking Google it, you'll soon find out. Anyway, well done, America. That's all I'm gonna say. So back to this. I do think this works quite well. Again, it's a cleanser. It's nothing like, it's not doing anything absolutely amazing for my skin. It's much like a lot of other balm cleansers that I've used. It does have oat kernels, I want to say, like some sort of oat grain or oat wheats, like I don't know what it is, but it does have a little tiny bit of a scrubby in it, but not at all like harsh and abrasive whatsoever. It does a really nice job of getting makeup off. I definitely feel I still have to do a bit of a double cleanse, so I don't just use this. I still like to use this and then go in with a second cleanse, unless I'm going to go on and do something like a facial massage or something, so it's fine, the more oil on my face the better. But I'm not wowed by this, and I think purely the reason why I'm not wowed by it is because of the packaging. I think if it came in a tub or a pump, like a like airtight pump, if it came in one of those ones that like moves up while you squirt it, you know, it just would be so much more enjoyable to use. I know that's a very silly thing, because if the product works you should be enjoying it, but for me personally, if I don't enjoy using it, then I'm not going to reach for it. So I'm actually kind of like, it's good, but I just wish the packaging was better. I'm not saying it doesn't do the job, but I've not reached for it as often as I would have thought I would. It's meant that I've reached for this one a little bit more because I've just found it goddamn easier to get out the bottle to actually use. So it means I've got a really equal idea of both of these throughout the month. But personally, if this one was in a different package, I think this one would have came up top trumps this month. I will continue to use it and I will finish it. But will I reach for it again? Will I buy it again until it's in a different packet? Probably not, I'm gonna be honest. Alright, we've got 2 lip balms and a moisture mask. Let's start with the moisture mask. This is from Beauty Pie. I picked this up when they had their Pie Day in Black Friday, like November. Still have my subscription suspended at the moment, but picked this up then and I have used it a fair amount. It's very, very nice. You get a 75ml tube. It is the ceramide, bioceramide I should say. Bioceramide moisture mask with yuzu ceramides and grape polyphenols. What the fuck does that mean? It just means it's a really nice moisturising mask. I like a sleep mask. I've spoke about the number 7 hydrating mask before. I've spoke about the Glossy Moon mask before. What else have I spoke about? I'm sure there's been more. There must have been more. I've got lots of videos on face masks. But this on Beauty Pie has got the retail value, like the markup, the price it should sell at is £100. Oh, there's Alan. Hello.
Hello.
You alright? Yeah, she's under there. Love you. Oh yeah, I'm eating pebbles. Is that what you just realised? Yeah. That's the last cat one.
Oh, is it? Have you eaten the other ones as well?
No, there's still the birthday ones left, but that's the last cat one. Sorry for the interruption there. So, where was I with this now? I've been smooched in a swoon, can't even remember. Okay, so this is one of these sleep mask type situations. Now it says that you can put it on clean skin over a treatment serum, or you can apply a generous layer of the mask and leave it on for 10 to 12 minutes, or and then like remove off the excess, or you can leave it on a thin layer overnight. Now I've been using this the same way I would with any other sleep mask. Either putting it on like after I come in from a night shift, a nice thick layer, and going to sleep with it on, or putting it on throughout the day when I'm in here cleaning, leaving a nice thick layer on, and then wiping it off. If I'm not going anywhere, then I will just massage it into my face. I don't bother wiping it off at all until the next day or whenever I'm going to be washing my face. I have found it really nice. What was I saying about it now? He's totally put me off. Yes, so they retail this for £100. They say if it was like in the shop, it would be £100 from whatever brand you were buying it from. I find that very difficult to believe, and if it is £100, there is absolutely no way in hell I would be in £100 for this. £20, maybe even at a stretch. 30 if it was, you know, certain fancy brands or something and you knew you were paying for a little bit of the name, then maybe. But 100, never in your fucking life, never in your life. You just don't need to. You can buy these things at such a cheaper price. Obviously Beauty Pie are not selling at £100, but you can buy them like in Boots or Superdrug or anywhere else for much cheaper, and you do not need to be paying £100. Please don't pay £100 for things like this. Will I pick it up again? I have to say no at the moment because, as I say, my subscription is currently suspended. I think this is going to last me a good while though, and I wouldn't be adverse to picking up something like this again. If I do sign up to Beauty Pie again, will it be something that I want to add into my basket just to get like the things I like? Probably not. I will just go into Superdrug or a Boots or whatever and pick something like this up again. I don't think you need to pick this one up in particular. But if it's on a Pie Day and it's not going to use £100 of your allowance, then give it a bash, give it a try. If you can get it when it's got like a no allowance thing going on with it, it's a very reasonable price, and give it a shot. I will put all the prices, links, all that kind of shit down below. Also, thought I should just say, my links are not affiliate links. If they are affiliate links, anything like that, I don't have any affiliates. I'm not that cool, honestly. But if I do have anything that's like, I'll get a kickback from it, like a Glossy link, if you're a first time person using Glossy or anything, and it's like you get 10% off and I'll get a tenner allowance for Glossy, I will state that in the link. I don't ever like not let people know things like that, but I don't have affiliate links. It's not something I have. It would be lovely to think I would have them in the future, but it's not something I have. So all the links down below, even though they're bit.ly links, are not affiliate links, I can assure you. And as I say, if that should change in the future, then I will definitely let you know about it, or I will always put it above the link in the description box somewhere. Alright, moving on to lip balms. So this is the Glossy Wild Fig Balm.com. I've told you a million times before, I love balm.com, what can I say? It's not going to be any surprise to you. This is just the fig scented one. I like it, it's nice. What I'm going to say is, see when I'm squeezing the fig one out, now it has got a little bit of colour to it, I don't know if you'll see that there. The colour is very, very minimal, like you don't really see anything on your lips at all. Most of them are like that, they've got a very hint of tint, but it is nice. But this one, I feel like it almost separates quite a lot, like I constantly have to be doing that with the tube to make sure the oil and the actual balm isn't separating. I've never experienced that with any of their balm.coms before, so I just thought that was something to actually point out. The smell itself is nice, it's a kind of mild fruity scent and I do like it. It's not overpowering. I found the cherry one was a little overpowering, but this one, it's not so bad. But yeah, I like it. Lovebalm.com. You're never going to get me to change my mind on it, unfortunately. But that, I just needed a new one because mine had run out, but love it. Next up is the Nukes Rêve de Miel. I think that's something to do with honey, meal. I'm sure honey is meal in France. But I picked this up in a Black Friday haul from Look Fantastic. I have heard about this lip balm for years. Years and years and years. Lots of kind of, especially more UK YouTubey people, I think. Oh, sorry, there's something in my eye and it's annoying me. Oh, more UK YouTubery people always heard them raving about this, especially like the more kill girl ones, not gonna lie. Heard them raving about this. Now, first thing when I opened, I have made a good dent in it as well. First thing that I noticed when I used it, I was like, this smells nothing like honey. Absolutely nothing like honey. It smells like lemons. It's got a hint of lemon to it. Nothing honey. I suppose if you think of honey and lemon, then potentially it's got that, but definitely much more citrus than I expected. Now, as I say, I have made a pretty hefty dent in that, not too bad. What I've been using this for is at night time. When I first got it, I thought, oh, I'll try this. It's far too thick for a daytime lip balm as far as I'm concerned. Maybe you would think differently, but it's almost like a cleansing balm. Like, you need to like really dig at it to get some out. And then when you're actually putting it on, oh, you're not going to see that there, but it takes a lot of rubbing to get it to be oil like, you know, you have to actually like be able to do it quite a lot, and it leaves a really thick paste, almost like a little bit of a barrier over your lips. So it is very nice for nighttime to keep your lips nice and soft and supple, and in the morning they feel like, oh, they've not dried out overnight. And if you're using any kind of serums, lotions, potions, things like that, and then putting this on at the end, it is very nice. But what I will say is I would not use this during the daytime. It's far too heavy for a daytime lip balm, and if you're trying to put anything on top of this, it's just going to be waxy and slide over the top. Do really like it. If I could get it on offer again, I would potentially buy it as, like, at the moment, my standout kind of nighttime lip balm. I've never had separate like daytime, nighttime lip balms before, but after getting this one, I'm like, yeah, this is a very, very nice lip balm for nighttime, but only for that reason. I don't think I would ever kind of pick it up thinking, oh, I could use this for daytime, but I think because I'm only using it at night, it's going to last me a really long time. And when it runs out, yeah, potentially I will look into another one unless something else fucking amazing comes along. Okay, next up, this is the Lee Stafford Coco Loco Texturizing Dry Shampoo. Picked this one up because I tried the clean shampoo before and I kind of was like, wasn't blown away by it. But this one, because it said texturizing, I thought would be a little bit more like the Aussie, a little bit more kind of texturizing, giving you a bit of a boost. It's not. I know that sounds awful. I'm really sorry if this is your holy grail dry shampoo, that's great. Personally, again, with having really dark hair, this leaves a hell of a cast on my hair. Hell of a cast. And I do actually feel like this gives you that clean hair feeling rather than that gritty, mussed up, texturized, volumized feeling. I think at the end of the day, I'm just going to get to a point where I'm like, just stick to the Aussie. It's my favourite. I can't find another one that does the same job for the same price. Why do I keep trying to do other ones? I'll use this up, but no, I will not purchase this again, if I'm honest with you. It was okay, but no, not impressed. Just need to finish it now. Okay, so let's talk about Replica. This is one that I got for Christmas. I think it was in my watch new at the start of the month. Basically, Santa, he done a really good job and he picked me this up. So, I think at the moment, my favourite has to probably be Jazz Club. By the Fireplace was really nice as well, but Jazz Club, oh, it's just lovely. It's smoky, but it's not tobacco. It's a little tobacco-y, because I suppose if you're in like a jazz club, people back in the day would have been smoking cigars. It's got that smell about it, but it's not like an old ashtray. It's really, really nice. It's very heady. It's very sexy. But, you know, we've spoken about Sexy Man before. That smell, love it. But it's definitely my favourite so far. I actually tried one out the other day as well. Was it Springtime in the Park? I think it was Springtime in the Park. That was the first time I tried it. And I have to say, this is very reminiscent. I could just smell it over the top of Jazz Club because it's so heady. But this smells like, I don't know if you remember a perfume called Clinique Simply years ago. I know they do Clinique Happy, that's an old one. But I remember my late teens, a perfume coming out from Clinique called Clinique Simply. If I can find a photo of that, I will pop it in here. This is very reminiscent of that. And I do quite like it. It's very fresh, it's kind of happy without being too sweet or sickly. It's very nice too. Flower Market, I also tried because it was just like nice fresh smelling stuff. The Flower Market one, I have to spray it, sorry. The Flower Market one's too, yeah, it's floral, but it smells like toilet cleaner. It's not for me, don't like that one. And I think I've also tried By the Fireplace and Whispers in the Library. Again, both those heady fragrances that I like, but so far, Jazz Club is the one that I am absolutely loving. It's my favourite. Alright, let's move on to some cosmetics now. Now we're going to start off with Charlotte. Charlotte Tilbury. Fancy schmancy. Now I do have a whole video on Charlotte. I've done a full face of Charlotte. I'll leave it up here. But let's kind of return to my first impressions and tell you what I've been thinking about it now that I've been using it for around about a month. So, what I'm going to say is the things that I've reached for the most are the things that I brought out today. So, this one here, which is the Airbrush Flawless Powder, is that what it's called? Oh, threw away the big packet, I don't remember now. Again, links will be below, I can assure you. This is a little powder. I am not a powder wearer, as you know. But I have to say, this is really nice. I've got this in shade 2, which is medium. And it does a nice job of just mattifying these little areas. I mean, you're looking at me now thinking, really, Lana, because you like super sweaty at the moment. But does a really nice job of kind of mattifying these areas without losing that dewy glow. It doesn't make me feel cakey. I have even tried this under the eyes and was pleasantly surprised. As a non-powder girl, I think the miniature is perfect for me. I don't think I'll get through this anytime quick. But as powders go, this has impressed me and I am pleasantly surprised, Charlotte. The next thing, let's talk about another complexion product. This is the miniature of the Sculpt and Glow Duo, or is it Sculpt and Glow? Bronze and Glow. But it says Sculpt and Highlight on the inside, that's why it throws me. But this is the Bronze and Glow Duo. Again, I do not think I would need to get this in a large size. I think this size is perfect for me because I don't use powders that often. But honestly, this is the bit I'm loving. This I could give or take. If I could buy this in a single just for contour, this seems to do the job. It's doing a job that I never thought I needed filled before because I'm not really a contour girl. But all of a sudden I tried this and I thought, okay, bitch might like me snatched more often because this is a lovely, lovely product. Now the next two products maybe haven't been pulled out quite as frequently, but still very much enjoying. So this is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I got mine in 3, but I think I should have got 2. But enjoyable. I don't know if I'm going to buy a full size of this just yet. It's very, very nice, but I have a lot of products that do a very similar job and I need to get through them. I don't think buying this just for the sake of having the Charlotte version is a good idea. But I was pleasantly surprised, thought it was very, very nice. I am very, very intrigued to see what Auric is going to be like. Obviously, I can't get it here in Scotland. If it does come to somewhere like Cult Beauty or Beauty Bay though, I would be intrigued to try that, to see how it fares up against all the other stuff. But as I say, I just want to try and get through some of the stuff I've already got. But do like this. If I didn't have any other product like it, then I probably would buy the full size. But I have cheaper options that kind of do the same thing and I don't need it. And this has probably been the standout winner that's kind of surprised me. This is their Cheek to Chic blush in Pillow Talk, just the original Pillow Talk. I know they do a Pillow Talk Intense as well, but this is lovely. Like, this is so nice. I really, really enjoyed this. I'm very pleasantly surprised. I would absolutely look into more blushers from Charlotte Tilbury, and as a girl who loves a cream blush, this has been a little bit of a curveball because I actually am really, really enjoying this. So obviously this will take me an age to get through as well, but I will keep my eye peeled. I may dip my toe in further to another couple of colours. We'll see how I feel. But sticking to my budget so far this month, because I went all out and picked up Angelica's collaboration as well. So spent my budget. We're not going to be buying anything else. And next month, I am going to be trying my best to have a no buy. But we'll see how we go with that. So this is also Natasha Denona's Mini Gold Palette. I wanted to give this a mention, not because it's been something that I've obviously used a lot in January, but throughout December, this got a lot of love. A lot of love. Picked this up in Black Friday sales as well, I think, from Look Fantastic. Very pleasantly surprised, very much enjoyed. And that gold, see that gold in the middle? Oh, it's just beautiful. It's so nice. It's got like a tone of olive to it as well, this palette, which I really enjoy. I think it's very nice. And I have to just give it a little kind of honourable mention for January, because I didn't really do a December roundup. I've done a yearly one, so this one here used loads through December. Now another product that I just forgot about and forgot I even owned it was this one. I picked this up, was it Octoberish I picked this up? This is the Warrior Princess Mascara from Flower Beauty, and when I was getting to the end of my, what do you call it, Climax mascara from NARS, I was like, oh, I need a new mascara, or I'll need to open one of the other ones I've got. And then I was like that, oh, I forgot I had this and I've not used it very much. So throughout January, this has been the one I've been reaching for. And I have to say, maybe it's just been because it's that kind of couple of months in and it's got a little drier or something. I did like this when I first tried it, but I like it even better now, and it's what I've got on today. I think it's a lovely mascara. There is a little bit of fall down, it is a little bit smooshy under the eyes, I'm not gonna lie about that, but with this kind of look, that doesn't bother me. I did speak about the fact that I tried this to work as well, and yes, it does fall down a little bit, but that is a 12.5-hour shift. Like, nobody's expecting miracles here. But it is a very nice mascara. I enjoy it, and I think if you're looking at something like Climax, you maybe didn't enjoy Climax or you think it was too expensive, stuff like that, this is a nice little dupe, I would say. The brush is kind of similar. It's got that kind of almost hourglass shape to it. It's a bristly brush as well, and I just really been enjoying it. I don't know why I kind of put it to the side and didn't pick it up again. So at the moment, we're back on this. Alright, let's get on to the miscellaneous shite, basically. So first of all, I'm going to give a little shout out to organisation. Okay, so you know that I keep a bullet journal. I've always done that, and normally I would use my Leuchtturm. This is a brand spanking new one. I've got a really nice navy one that I used all of last year. Every year, usually I peel a new one out and I make my new bullet journal. I felt like last year, because obviously the fucking year it was, I couldn't really like lay out. I didn't want to really do like a spread every month, every week, etc., because you were kind of planning for nothing, if you know what I mean. So I kind of fell out of love with that side of bullet journaling. But my bullet journal itself has been really useful for things on YouTube, making out plans, writing out lists, to-do lists every day, stuff like that. And for that reason, I really wanted to keep that aspect of it, and also keep the aspect of collections. Like, I like putting collections in my bullet journal, things like the period tracker. I know, I'm one of those losers. That kind of thing, or the movies you're watching, or the TV programs you've watched through the year, the books you're reading, stuff like that. I like a bullet journal for that reason. So at the moment, as it stands, I have to transfer my blue bullet journal into this one. But this is now going to just be specifically for collections and kind of ideas. So I like to have a page where I'll just write down, say something like, okay, I'm going to do a video about this product, and here's the things I'm going to talk about. And I just sketch down notes, and I just put down little bullet points and things I want to tackle and things I want to look into and prices and stuff like that. So I do that in this one. This, however, is from Appointed, and I did see Anna Newton from the Anna Edit using these. She actually had a collaboration / thing with them. Now, I think these are based in Washington, American made, yeah, it says on the back, Washington DC. So to get these shipped here are very expensive. And I think for that reason, people have been a bit like, okay, Anna, nice, lovely diary, but it's a lot of money to get it shipped into the UK. I found a UK retailer, and that's where I got this from. So this didn't cost that much. It was maybe like 17, 18 pounds, I think. I will link anything down below for the ones I've used. And this is basically a 6-month task planner. It comes in different colours as well. You can get a yearly one as well, but personally I thought I'm going to try this for 6 months, see how I got on with that, and put all my collections in here. But I do still need something that I can keep dates in for, like maybe appointments, things like your car's MOT's up, or things like birthdays, things like you need to go and pay a bill, or your insurance, anything like that. Stuff that I need to remember, and it's laid out really nice. So that's like all my kind of January roundup stuff, the stuff I'm talking about just now. That is my monthly goals along the top. There's a nice big box here to put anything in, and here are my January video ideas. So that's the way I've been laying things out. It then has a beautiful kind of monthly spread as well, and then goes on to the weekly ones, which are laid out really nice again, because let me just find the week. You've got tasks for the week that you can tick off, you've got priorities at the top, you then have this little extra note bit here again, and again that's kind of just stuff I scribble in, and here are the days of the week down the side. So it is actually already laid out for me, and I don't have to worry about writing pretty pictures on it or anything like that. And although I really like doing that as a creative aspect, at the moment I think this is just a better idea to actually keep me focused on what I need to do. So first of all, a little shout out to organisation. Right, so I'm going to talk to you about what I've been watching on the telly box. Okay, so first and foremost, The Ripper. Watched that at the start of the month, watched it back to back very quickly. I think there's only 5 episodes. I think it's 5 episodes. It's brilliant. It's about the Yorkshire Ripper. It's about a guy who basically was in Leeds, I want to say, in England, 60s, 70s, or was it 70s, 80s? I think it was 70s, 80s actually. And it brings a lot of other things to the table. It brings things like feminism, women's rights, all that kind of stuff, alongside this murder mystery tale killing. I love that kind of stuff. I've told you that before. True crime, it's where I'm at. I love it. Along with that, we also watched Night Stalker. That was just finished up last week, and I have to say again, loved it, thought it was amazing, thought it was great. I can't wait to get hold of, is it I'll Be Alone in the Dark, which is the Golden State Killer, I'm sure. They only caught him in 2018, I want to say. There was 40 years looking for this guy. And I know that it was a book, I'll Be Alone in the Dark. That was a book. I will link it down below if I can find it. And basically they made it into a documentary slash TV show for HBO. But I don't have access to things for HBO at the moment, and it's not on Netflix, it's not on Amazon Prime, it's not on any kind of thing that I can actually use. I think you can get it on HeyU, but I'm not signing up to something else, like fuck that. So I want to be able to see that. If anybody has seen that, tell me if it's worth it, and hopefully it will come here in some sort of way, Netflix, Amazon Prime, whatever, because I would love to be able to watch that too. I can't go through January without talking about Bridgerton. It's so good, it's so good. Okay, so I've completed it now, I've watched the whole series. It was one of those ones that I was like, everybody's talking about it, might be worth a watch. I can't say that I'm a massive period drama fan normally, but the reason I really liked Bridgerton was because I thought it brought a lot of kind of more modern aspects into things. I love the fact that they like use lots of different characters, and by that I mean like of all skin tones, of all shapes, of all sizes, all ages. They didn't just stick to like Hollywood style actors and actresses, and the fact that Nicola Colquhoun is in it, who is from Derry Girls, who is spot on, she's an absolute queen, legend. Please go and see her on Instagram. And if you haven't watched Derry Girls, if you are from America and you haven't watched Derry Girls, please watch it. I'm not sure you'll get the humour, but please watch it. It's really good. So I loved Bridgerton, I thought it was so good. Now don't get me wrong, there's quite a lot of shagging in it. Quite a lot of shagging in it. I think I actually already have spoke about this in my Natasha Nona first impressions Get Ready With Me. So if you want some more thoughts and opinions on Bridgerton, check that out up here. But I loved it. I thought it was so good. I'm really looking forward to another series of it. I thought it was wonderful. It was just a little bit of escapism, all the frocks, all the colours, all the gentry, all that kind of shit. I thought it was really good, but I love the fact that they did tackle again some modern situations, modern things that back in the day they just would never have really discussed, and it was nice to see that side of it. How realistic it can be, I don't know, but it didn't really matter to me because I thought it's just nice escapism. It was very good to watch. And finally, I read this book. This is Unnatural Causes by Dr. Richard Shepherd. Basically, this is a guy who's a forensic pathologist. He cuts up dead bodies. He does like postmortems, things like that to do with crimes. He has actually covered quite a few famous criminology situations. One to name off the top of my head is Stephen Lawrence, who was obviously a young guy, a black guy that was killed in a racial attack many moons ago, but I remember it as a child, I remember it happening. Another one is, no, that wasn't a terrorist attack, that was just a devastation, hold on. Clapham Common. And then the other one was the boat that went down on the Thames back in the kind of early 90s, late 80s. And it's just a very interesting read. Again, if you're like me, you're a bit of a true crime junkie, you love that kind of stuff, then this is really good. I find it really interesting as well because I am kind of medical of mind and I work in healthcare. I found this extremely interesting. So if you're into that kind of thing, This is a really, really good read. I know I spoke to Maria about this and she'd named a couple of other authors that do similar things, so I'm maybe gonna go and check them out now. This actually belongs to my friend in work, but she's off work just now on maternity leave, so I don't know how I'm gonna get back to her now. And we're not allowed to go and visit each other because it's lockdown, but loved this, very glad I got a wee loan of it and highly recommend it. Alright, so that's it for January. We will slowly but surely be into February, and let's just hope things keep getting better, because as I film this we are still in lockdown. I've not been able to see my mum. I was really hoping I would get to see her for my birthday and things like that. I think I mentioned way back just before Christmas that hopefully by now we would be out of all this, but hopes and prayers is all I can say. I did get my vaccine. Hey, I forgot to even mention that to you. That is most definitely important to put in this roundup. Got my vaccine, got it on my birthday. Of all days they booked me in, but I was like, you know what, I'm not doing anything else on my birthday, may as well get dressed up to go for my vaccine. So that's what I went and done, got it in here. It was fine. You can have your thoughts and opinions of whether you want to get vaccinated or not. For me personally, someone who has health complaints and works in healthcare, I thought it was very, very important for me to get it. But you know, you've got your own mind, make an informed choice. It's up to you. Read the right things. Don't just be looking at Joe blogs on Facebook and being like, yeah, he says we're getting injected with mercury and the Chinese are just wanting to see what we're doing. Believe me, I am not doing anything that interesting that people would want to be following about what I was doing. Like, seriously? Anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to leave you with that. Like I said, subscription button down here. If you have made it to the end of this video, then well done you. And I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye.